Hawkgirl issue number 3. We're halfway through the mini. Why is this not ongoing? We don't have that many ongoing books for some of these characters that are female. Why not make this one ongoing? I don't know. It's the obligatory Batman cameo or Batman team up issue of the run. Hey, I get it. You gotta get those sales up. It makes sense to me. Not complaining. But we're in such like a nebulous time with Batman that who can say what time this takes place for the Batman character? Very weird. Like with every other issue, we open things up with the Fox lady recruiting another person. This time we're seeing a man stand over the grave of a woman that was just buried, Ava Diaz. He is called upon. His name is Farlane. And 40 years ago, he was being abused, and he came to find the Fox lady to get power. And now he has power and influence. He's got like a big castle he works in. And he's talking to Bruce Wayne like, Bruce, people love you in Gotham. You're old money. You're kind of a cool, swinging bachelor guy. Everyone loves you. Bruce Wayne means something. And sure, you've fallen on hard times. You're like a multi-millionaire, not a multi-billionaire now. But we still want you on the board of this thing. What is it a board of? I don't know, but they want Bruce Wayne on the board of it. And then we see that Ava Diaz walks in. You're like, wasn't she just buried? Why is she here? Question mark? Do we know? Either way, Bruce uses his Batman powers to like scan a weird talon that's on like Farlane's desk. So he scans it. Cool. I don't know. It's fun, I guess. And then we cut to somewhere else in Gotham City, and this woman is walking down the street, and the Croc Block, which is like people that like Killer Croc, and they're like a gang. They're like, we're going to steal money from the register of the cafe you work at, and then they are accosted by Hawkgirl and Galaxy. There you go. A lot happening in this book. We are really going for the fences here. Okay, I mean, it's kind of fun. So then we just have some fun banter. Galaxy's like, are you Batman? Does that mean I'm Robin? Or am I Batgirl? Or what is any of this? It's really fun. It's cool. Congrats. And because they saved this woman, I guess she's a character that was in the other books for some of the Bat family. She seems to know a lot about Batgirl. I couldn't remember which issue she appeared in. But cool. So they save her. And then Kendra's like, well, I don't really need to go to the cafe to have food. But Galaxy's like, oh, we'd love to come by. Thanks, that'd be awesome. So then they head to the Batcave, which is not actually the Batcave. It's the brownstone that Batman's living in. Because this doesn't look like the Batcave, right? I'm not reading the current Batman books. There's just so much of them going on. So I don't know. He's like, okay, so yeah, I was trying to like get some research on your Vulpecula woman. And not much came up. Like, if like things are as they seem, she comes from like a really long lineage of like low-level con women, or she's like hundreds of years old. And it's like, okay, so what do we know about her then? I don't know. Well, I went to go visit like Farlane Candor, who's like connected to her somehow. He's got like a talon, or like a feather, I should say, that is like made of like the same metal as like your wings, Kendra. So maybe that was some connection, and I was able to scan it while he was talking to his employee, Ava Diaz, and she's like, what, Ava's alive? We just had this conversation the other day, Batman. Do you remember in issue 1, Batman, when we did, like, that thing, Batman? And I was like, the Maltese Falcon, Batman? Do you remember that? And he's like, no. Woman, you're going hysterical. He doesn't say it like that, but he might as well, because Kendra reacts like he just denounced everything that she said as bullshit. Which I get it, you know, like she's been going through a lot lately, and people not taking her seriously or like believing her words, that would make her mad. And it does, so maybe it's possible, you know. Galaxy's like, well, Nth Metal's crazy, it could probably change a lot of things. Maybe it's affecting time somehow, and this Vulpecula is doing something to offset it. Like, oh, that's possible. You know, like the feather I found from Farlane was actually like 40 years old, which was when he met Vulpecula in the past and got that. So maybe there's like some connection there. I think we should go investigate some more. So we see that Farlane's having like a big party or something, and they just crash through the roof ready to fight. And we also see that he is working with the Court of Owls, so now we can do a Batman thing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it's fine. And then it's just like a Batman fight with the Court of Owls, and Hawkgirl and Galaxy are here. And it's cool. You know, one thing I will give this book credit for that's really impressive is the lettering. Just the dynamic flow of some of like the letters and like the bubbles and everything. It fits onto the page really well. We use different fonts when people are excited or saying certain names. It's very cool and kind of fun. I do dig that. So then, yeah, it's just like a little bit of a fight for a bit. It's kind of cool. You just see Kendra's having a good time where she's kind of like relaxing and getting back into like the spirit of things, where she is comfortable enough in her powers and herself to be vulnerable and enjoy the moment. That's kind of fun. I appreciate that. Galaxy uses her special powers to like dampen metal or something to shock some of the owls. An easy victory, assuredly. Is it? No. Because Vulpecula stabs Farlane and he becomes a big owl guy. And he attacks Hawkgirl, and it's like an owl and a hawk are fighting in Gotham. What else is new? A big bat's also flying around attacking a crazy fox lady. And he's like, I've beaten worse than you. She's like, have you? I'm pretty capable. And then she throws Morlene? Yeah, like the girl from the first issue that's like a weird mutated horse lady, and knocks him down. That's kind of cool. And then we cut back to the fight in the sky with the owl and the hawk. And it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's just wrap this up. And you see that Farlane's like, let me tell you who you are. You're a self-centered little girl swallowed by shadows of those who came before you. You're a copy of a copy. You're nothing. And saying that really upsets Kendra, where she's like, you don't know me. Like, everyone has told me I'm nothing. I'm not my real self, that I'm somebody else. It was you, it's my grandfather, it's Carter, it's Roy, it's John, it's Zoriel. I have a freaking kid. And he said shit. Does she have a kid still? Am I thinking of a different era of Hawkgirl? What happened to that kid she had of Jean? I don't know. I had a literal angel look me in the eyes and tell me I'm someone else. And I'm not. I'm finally getting comfortable with who I am. And you dare tell me that doesn't matter? You give me your opinion, you stupid owl guy? And she starts screaming at him. And it's like, I've saved the damn world without you. I don't need you, Carter. I don't need... He's like, Farlane. My name is Farlane. Who's Carter? And then he turns to dust. And you're like, oh shit, Kendra, was that like cathartic for you? Like, okay. Hey, that's what you needed to do with this character. I don't know what else you would have done with her, but like having Kendra have a moment to herself where she can feel and think and get out her anger, that's really positive and healthy. And she's sick of being told she's nobody. She is allowed to be who she wants to be, and that's okay. So she's trying to figure out who she is, and she sees her own reflection of herself, and it's kind of going to like the thing that maybe there's like some weird time dilation, whatever going on. Who's anyone? She's looking at her reflection, and it says, who's anyone? Ooh, I don't know. Cut to Galaxy and Batman, and Galaxy just going off like, that was weird. Like, they punched a dog. I don't know who punches a dog. That's really weird. I think Hawkgirl handled herself over there, but it's like, sorry we did this to you. It's like, your suit looks really cool. Is it like armor? Of course it's armor. You're Batman. Why wouldn't it be armor? And she's going like a whole spiel. And Batman's just like, you belong here. And he's like, I can't believe Batman just said I belong here. He spoke to me, and he's like, I'm a hero. Yes, that's cool. So then they head to the cafe and just like, you know, learn to be people. Learn to behave like normal people and make friends and be good and quit being like so caught up in your own head and bullshit. And he's like, yeah, Kendra's learning that lesson where she can be comfortable with who she is and find happiness in her own life. Like, that's the lesson she needed. The obligatory Batman cameo ends, and now she's free to be her own character again. Woohoo. I'm joking. Like, it goes fast, and it's kind of all over the place for a bit, but it is kind of fun. And then Vulpecula's like, all right, time to take down Metropolis. So we'll have a big plan to destroy Metropolis. What's it going to be? I don't know yet, but we're going to destroy it. Cool. It's fun. Like, the book is fun, and it's fast-paced, and you kind of know what you're expecting at this point. There is a lot of dialogue explaining certain things, and there is still like a mystery at play, and that can be kind of annoying when it doesn't feel like we received that many answers, if any, at this point. But it's kind of cool, you know? I do like these characters. I like how they're being written and handled, and it's definitely like a different style of book than what we've been seeing from the dawn of DC. So that's pretty exciting. It's kind of fun. I hope it can stick the landing. I could see this kind of like losing itself to like the story of like what's Kendra dealing with, but I don't know. It could also just be really well done. Guess we'll see. I don't know. It's fine. So Hawkgirl issue number 3, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.